I'm going to give you another, let's say 2 minutes to wrap up, but here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like, pick one thing that you heard from your colleague that might have been oh, you know what, I like that idea. That might be something I want to try. So, and share that with your table, and then I'm going to ask each table to share with us one thing that somebody heard from someone that you kind of liked and might be something that you might want to try. Okay? So go ahead and first share in your table, and then pick something to share with us. Okay? And I'll try to teach
Was it real? I guess we have to start sharing what we like. What did you like best?
Okay, did you guys share like the best idea or
So what kind of things you guys try?
But me, it also means that there's a level
Getting right into it.
Clearly, what I want to know is that I is able to so those are the things I was telling you. So I was still amazed at the fact that those people that need to and the how was the last time prior. So setting up they know that it was coming, that whatever we did
Getting on track.
yeah, me, it's a great thing, but I still want to get the details. If it's something that I feel is going to work, it doesn't matter. If it's something they can't like, then it's yeah, so we outside, line them up. We all sit so I said, nobody goes in until I see her there. So I was actually like, talk to them. That's how I I want to be able to situation.
But they can just come in and you have your own room or you're already there. Oh, you do?
can you wrap up your
Share with the whole group.
wrap up your thoughts for a second?
2 or 3 assignments. Make sure you do it or learn it.
Okay, so I hope that you'll find this kind of sharing about a lesson useful, and it's the kind of thing where, you know, as we go through the year, again, switching partners as we go through this, it might be something that will kind of continue to cycle through, and you'll get opportunities to maybe hear from some different people. Okay, so what I'd like to do is to kind of go to each table. We could take more than one from a table. But what was something you heard a colleague doing, or it could be something that you were sharing yourself that just was especially strong? What was something that you might be able to take back to your classroom and use? Okay, so who'd like to start? Yes.
Okay, so Patrice and I, Katrina, sorry, looked at section 2, lesson 1, PR 2.1, and we found that that was probably one of our best lessons that we had with both of our classes.
Can you pause and let us all glance?
Page 40.
Page 40 on the PR. Page 40. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
That lesson allowed our students the most opportunity to actually engage in conversations and really have those good arguments about why the arrow should be up and why the arrow should be down, and really justifying their thinking and clarifying any thoughts that they had. But we both actually used the lessons a lot differently. I use the lessons every single day, whereas Katrina uses them where she sees fits.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, let's move to another volunteer. Who else would like to share something that is kind of a strength, could be a style of teaching?
Liz, so Liz took a lesson on 2.3 about the two snakes.
About the two snakes.
2.3, what's the page on that?
Page
53.
53.
Thank you.
And so the fact that she had like the students are, weaker students and they've been turned off by math. So for the introduction, for her to do now, she did a like non-math activity where she just had them draw the snakes out, and then she transitioned them into the math language by having them maybe scale it a little bit more, trying to set the proportions for the snakes. Turn the one was 3 inches and the other one was 5, so we started to have them think mathematically, and then later on to the lesson, she had them then write out math statements relating to the snakes and the proportion.
Okay. So they actually made physical little snakes. Thanks. Okay. Another item to share. Another something to share. It could be a curricula thing. It could be a style of teaching that you heard. Okay. Somebody at this table?
Yes, okay. Basically, this is my first time teaching. Come here also, again, this is my period late. I didn't know I was going to be teaching the course. So what I have, I only have the student name. That's what I have there. So, and I'm glad also, Tim, we have the same problem also.
Misery loves company.
Yeah, and then, we just was struggle trying to catch up with whatever we have here. And then the first thing that I started was locating fraction. And then one of the things that I did was just how to order fraction from the smallest to the largest, because I found out that was one of the big issues they're having. And also how to write fraction as equivalent fraction, because to be able to compare them, they have to know how to write them as equivalent fraction. And when I gave them, and I was happy, a lot of kids, they have the number 9. And the following day I came out and said, Mr. Cooper, I called so and so last night. We were trying to figure out this problem I was doing, but I couldn't find online. Where did you get those materials? And they were just, talking about that. And I said, okay, when I get in the classroom, we're going to discuss about it. And that was a discussion topic in the classroom. I didn't like it at the beginning, but at the end of the day, I found out I have a lot of pressure off of myself. And then there was the one who discussed about it, and she was sharing with the other student in the classroom. And I found out that the homework, when I finished them, I always tell them, okay, go home at night, trying to find the next 2 or 3, trying to solve them. And I found out they're pushing each other, also trying to get the result. So it's helped me to move fast a little bit than the one that I have here.
Wow.
Great.
Okay. And, you know, some extra work on fractions is something that's a bit absent from the curricula. So when you think about those kinds of extra prep days, you know, there's important questions about how you bring that in and what might be some strong ideas in here about how to do that best, right? Okay? Okay. How about somebody from this table?
She did the same one that the woman that did grade 40. What she did was, I kind of like this because I know in my class the ability levels are so different. What she did was she was working with some students on working in the basics of it, and she had her higher level students work on the work being able to kind of vote, I guess. Because I need to do the same thing in terms of have low level students and high level students and how to push the higher level students and also who's the lower level students.
The book was for the higher.
Okay, so you're finding that they can work a little independently at times.
Yes, in fact, they were also discussing the way the teacher students were discussing. They were doing what would go up or down, and they were giving a lot of real life examples that I was more impressed that they were able to carry them out themselves.
Okay. So that's an interesting style, right? And there might be certain activities that lend themselves better to that, right? And there might be other activities where they don't, where the amount of kind of starting guidance is higher. So that could be something that will kind of vary. It might be a different option. Okay. Okay, so what I'd like to do right now is to give us maybe a 10-minute break for being humans, and then we'll be back at 11:05, okay, to get rolling. Thank you.